Hey guys, it's Joe and CN with Oddcast. Welcome to Crazy Town, because in my mind, Sabine is a witch. And not just because she can do math, I'm going to explain it. Alright guys, so we're 4 episodes deep into Ahsoka, with a theatrical release coming for episode 5. But not Empire Strikes Back. It's not that. It's not that episode 5.
No,
it's the 5th episode of Ahsoka. And there have been a lot of crazy theories bounced around all over the place. Is Is he actually Star Killer? No, he's not. He's Green Mist person.
I've never heard that. I've never heard. You know what? I can see it, but no.
So could he be? Yeah, maybe. Are they going to resurrect Maul? I don't know. Maybe. That's all crazy theories. You've already heard it elsewhere. But you know what you haven't heard? I think that Sabine Wren is a wielder of dark magic. I think she's a witch. I think that she is a Nightsister, but she's not like a Nightsister because obviously they would have had to have trained her. But I think that she can wield the dark magics.
So I think it's interesting that when you came to me and told me about this theory, and I was like, I needed more context. Why do you think? Because I can't really see anything that she's not. It's evident that they're playing off the fact that she's not force sensitive. So like, why?
Yeah, okay. So hear me out. All right. So Sabine Wren, not great with the living force, right? She can't do the Jedi mind trick. She has a hard time predicting the future. She's very structured, very ordered because she's a Mandalorian. So she's good with the sword, but not with the wobbly bubbly spooky stuff. She's not good at that. She can't do it. At least not that we've seen yet, but there may be like the hope spot that they give all these like aspiring Jedi, like, oh, they can't do it, but now she's
the last minute.
She has the power of blah blah blah, and now she can do it. They might be gearing up for that, but I don't think so. So the reason that I think Sabine Wren is a witch is because Dave Filoni has spent Clone Wars, Rebels, and now Mandalorian season 2, and now Ahsoka season 1, hyping up the Nightsisters and these witches of Drothamir, right?
Even though the Nightsisters were massacred by Grievous, they're gone except for.
But there are a couple of survivors because they don't.
There's only one that we know of.
Well, but the thing about Morgan is that she proves that you don't have to be from Drothamir, and the Bendu from Rebels also proves that like there are other Force wielders, like. In my mind, Dave Filoni has spent all of his time building this concept of you do not have to be a Jedi or a Sith, which means that if you want to pull that forward, you need to make main characters that are not Jedi and are not Sith to kind of carry that home. So I think that the reason in episode 1 of this season that Ahsoka couldn't solve the art puzzle thing that she needed Sabine for was because that little orb thing isn't just an orb. Hear me out. Jedis have squares. They have cubes. Sith have triangles. They have pyramids. I think that this thing, that circle sphere, I think that is a witch holocron. Now, I say the witches of Drothamir, but like they're not just from there. They're from other places. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite theories that I've heard elsewhere is that Thrawn has recruited a whole army of these other Force wielders to show up so that Luke has something to fight when they invade. Is it possible? Yeah, it's entirely possible. So you take the Mandalorian spirit of structure and discipline and learning a skill. What kind of Force wielder would that make Sabine other than a structured, ordered one? Do you know what requires structure and order? Spells. So in episode 1, they did this thing where like the director focuses in on Sabine solving the orb. It's just a random throwaway thing. She looks at the orb.
Yeah, but the way it was cinematically done, though, the way it was cinematically done, it was done with her just doing math almost, kind of.
Yeah, she was looking at it, and then she solved it. Ahsoka had just as much time with the sphere. Do you know it didn't happen? That same cinematic moment. However, the minute they gave the sphere to Morgan, guess what happened?
She immediately
that same cinematic moment. It zoomed in on the orb. It showed her solving it in kind of the same way so that she could put it up. There's a reason that Sabine could solve it. It's because that's a holocron of her ancestry. So we know that the Mandalorians aren't from originally Mandalore. And we know that Morgan is a human who learned how to use this Nightsiders way of the Force. And we know that Thrawn has a Force on the other side in another galaxy somewhere. And we know that in Legends, there was another civilization. I can't remember what they're called. You guys can let me know in the comments. There's another civilization over there, and they were Force wielders. So I think that Thrawn is going to bring in these other Force wielders who are the basis, the root for the Nightsisters. The Mandalorians have buried their magic, their Force stuff so much. I think Sabine's a witch.
You know, not that I hate to say this, but you're kind of making sense, and this is the reason why I tell you why. There's one key moment, there's one key piece of dialogue. I don't know which episode it was, but it was the episode where Morgan was just talking about the fact that she was hearing Thrawn call to her. Thrawn doesn't have any Force anything. So how is Thrawn calling to her unless there's somebody on his end that's able to try to reach across the galaxy, the galaxy or the universe or whatever, wherever they're at, using the Force to try to get her to help him.
Yeah, and like sending signals to
so I can see it. I can see it, especially if he does have Force, like really strong, powerful, Force sensitive beings on his end. Now, on the same token, Ezra is out there, and it's possible he could have
flip sides. It's entirely possible. So I have some other theories about dark side Ezra, time travel, and of course, my favorite character, Starkiller, and his entrance into Star Wars, because I do think that it's coming, but I don't think that it's this show. He is not Mist Guy. Maybe even the return of Asajj Ventress. I've got other theories out there, but I just wanted to throw this out there now while the iron's hot, before you get to watch the theatrical release of episode 5, not The Empire Strikes Back, but part 5. And if you want to see those other crazy theories where maybe I make a little bit of sense, or maybe I just spin my heels off in the wrong direction,
as you do,
go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and little bell for notifications. That way you can hear it here first. Joe goes to Crazy Down and predicts what Dave Filoni's doing. Watch it happen. Here we go.
And if you want us to actually do a review of Ahsoka at the end of episode 5, let us know in the comments down below, because we will totally like to have that conversation with you. So
yeah, there's going to be so much. 2 episodes left. I'm down. I'm here for whatever. Let's make it. Come on, Dave. Let's do it. I'm down.
Later, guys. Peace.